Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we're going to take a look at a very simple system, a simple mechanism that works really well, and I'm super excited about it because sometimes bigger isn't always better, and the simple creations are the ones that can get you R&D points, especially things that you could then implement in other creations and vehicles. I could see this system being applied to a bunch of other things such as aircrafts and ships. So this very simple mechanism for loading a ATV or golf cart is really easy to do and awesome. Now, on a different note, we do have the crabbing update, which I really love. I think that's my favorite style of fishing in the game. So I'm going to do another video redoing the RSV atoll to make it into a crabbing vessel. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to be taking a look at this super simple loading system for an ATV or a golf cart. The way the mechanism works is honestly really cool in my opinion. I have tried to make a standardized connector for the ATV and the golf cart with the hardpoint there, and you'll see that Pingu and Alistair have used the same one for their quads, so this vehicle is interchangeable for their creations. I'm not sure this needs to be determined or called as a standard, but I'm gonna make my smaller vehicles applicable to this standard. So you could see here it's one block high off the ground, and you got to have a winch or at least a block so the thing doesn't get stuck. And for the truck version, all you do, hop into the cab. You could see number 3 is ramp out, number 4 is ramp in. So if you press 3 and look back, you could actually see it moving, or you can go to the outside view and see that it's dropped. To load it, you hop into the control handle, power it up, and drive it right onto the bed of the truck. Now you'll see that it does not click right away, which is actually a benefit, and in my opinion quite intentional, because now the thing is dropped in here. But when I go in here and press 4 to move the ramp in, you can see that it jumps into place and it'll connect into the hard point. And I can see it's a little bit elevated off the ground, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't want to make the wheels any larger, and that is loaded. When it's loaded like this, of course, you could fire up the truck and you can drive it around and go to all kinds of places, as you'll see in my released creation, the Buckel Rodeo ALTA quad transport truck. So this is the same truck, except it is branded for ALTA and has a little extra bit of steel on the roof for kind of, imagine carrying heavy things to and from site. But the function behind the truck is identical, and you do get the rat quad spawning up with this truck. So if you haven't downloaded this, I would highly recommend it. You're going to get 2 awesome vehicles in one. Whether or not I release the civilian version, we're going to see, but I did send this civilian version to Pingu and Alistair, who may add it into their outdoor dealership. So that is the design with the truck. Now, the trailer variant is if you don't have a truck bed, or if you want to carry, for example, 2 quads or something. In that case, you could load this up. So first things first, when it spawns, you can raise the leg and it'll drop the trailer to be part of the car. This is the HGS system, which is usable for all my creations, and then you simply have a ramp in and ramp out. Now, you'll notice the golf cart actually has the hardpoint in the rear, so you have to back it up. And that is because I didn't want the hardpoint to be instead of the logo here, first of all. And second of all, I think that the electric connector is quite useful for the golf cart, just because with the golf cart, you can tow it behind a vehicle. Now, the quad itself is a little different for that reason. The quad itself has a little more power, so I actually went ahead and put a trailer connector here so it can tow very small things, whereas the golf cart cannot. So this is the motorized version of the golf cart. You actually see that it has the 1-cylinder engine, but even the electric one, I detuned. The intention of the golf cart is not to tow things or be quite powerful. It's just to transport people and things around. So we're going to back it up. You do have to make sure that you get it straight on, which may take a time or two, but once you get it lined up, you can back it right onto the trailer. Now, the golf cart does not have as much ground clearance, so you may end up bottoming out right there, which is okay. In that case, all you do is jump in here and ramp in, and you'll see that thing gets just pushed right into position. So even though you may have that that kind of initial fear of not being able to back up the whole thing, you'll see that now we are connected. Now the nice thing with this system, like I was explaining, quite simple, is it does have a brake right here, sliding track, which is a brake, and so does the truck version. So the track will not come out even if you are driving around, but when you press ramp out, it automatically disconnects, and you get the added bonus of your vehicle sliding out as a part of the ramp. So it actually will drop it down for you, and then you can hop right in and get going with your vehicle. So I think it's just a simple system that really ends up working well. So as you can see in here, just for those of you that may be interested, I'm sure you can diagnose it yourself, but we have this single sliding gripper, and it gets released when we press the hotkey 3. Likewise, the hardpoint connector gets released when we press the 3, and that's pretty much it. The trailer uses the instrument panel for the exact same purpose and reason, and it just allows it to slide right out and pretty much get instant access to whatever vehicle we're trying to carry on this trailer and get going. Now, I do have to say, I just love the size of the golf cart and the size of the ATVs. They're quite realistic to real life ones, so I'm just super thrilled with how they turned out. If you watched my video where I went ahead and redid the ATV, you're going to know how clunky my original one was. So when I see this, I just get excited because it's such a nice little build, and it does the job perfectly. Of course, this is a one-person vehicle, whereas the golf cart, quite realistically, is a two-person vehicle. Now, that said, I can retrofit the golf cart, or the ATV, to house more people, especially if I'm going to have like kind of a mountain variant or a rescue variant. In that case, I do something like that. But for the time being, I'm just going to stick to kind of what's realistic, and you get your ATV and your golf cart that work in this manner. So that's pretty much it. Very simple video, just showing the mechanism, showing kind of the thought behind some of these systems. I started off literally with my dually truck, carved out the back, and kind of saw and thought, what can I do to make me be able to put and load an ATV? That's what I started off, simply with an ATV. And I realized the golf cart could use the exact same system and just let me transport these things around. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Stay tuned for more creations. And as always, happy Stormworksing, everyone. See you next time.